there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? Wherever it is that you are. I don't know what time you're watching this, but how are you doing? I hope you've had a great day. I hope you've had a great week, and it's almost the end of June. A great month so far. With me today, I have
Nikki. Hi.
And Nikki is an event planner. So should you have any events coming up, you should hit up Nikki, and be sure to follow our Instagram page.
sheerjoyaffairs.
That's the name of a business. That's the name of a page. So be sure to follow her and send some love her way. Now today, Nikki and I are here to talk about
cautionary measures you should take with your business.
See, she's saying it all like educated and all nicely said and stuff. No, listen, they are scamming and they are frauding and they are just out there getting event planners, decorators, whomever it is. And then you're probably thinking, how is this even remotely possible? They found new ways to get us. So let's talk about that. Let's advise anyone out there, should you be the celebrant, the client, or even the vendor, ways in which you can avoid this. Because even I've been a victim, but I will let Nikki tell her side.
Yes, okay, so we all think that this can't happen to us.
Right.
So we're always, like, oh, how do people get scammed? That's crazy. That'll never happen to me. Okay, yeah. So what ended up happening is there are a group of scammers that are targeting planners. They'll go to Wedding Wire, they'll go to Google just to find your listing and contact you, whether through email or if you have your phone number listed, they'll text you and they'll give you this whole story of how they want to plan a party or anniversary, and they will tell you, they're willing to pay whatever, and they'll have a budget. They'll give you all these details before you even get to ask for them. So you're thinking, oh wow, this person is eager, they're ready, okay, let's go, let's get this business. No. It's too good to be true, because most clients, they'll come to you and they'll just say, oh, I'm just wondering about your pricing, or I want to know if you're available for my event is on this date. People who are really interested in your services are going to be very hesitant because they want to see what they can get. So if you have somebody that's eager and jumping to go, okay, red flag number one. Red flag number two is when they say they only want to pay you by credit card.
Right. Now that you mentioned credit card.
Yes.
I know I've lost a couple of clients from not accepting credit cards.
Yes.
But I honestly feel as if it's easier for them to scam anyone via, credit card payment. Hence, that's why I do, Cash App, Zelle, or straight up cash.
Yes.
So... Sorry, continue.
Oh, yeah, okay, so that's a good point. So if they're not willing to meet you where your requirements are, so if you're a business person like Lide who accepts Cash App or Zelle, and they're saying, oh no, just credit card, that's red flag number two. Because if they're really ready to sign that contract and get started with you, then they will meet you where you're at. However, if you have a clientele, maybe like corporate, they're always going to pay with credit card. Okay, fine. So you need to make sure that you're protected. Have a business bank account, because if you're going to accept credit cards, you need to have it go through your business bank account. Because if for some reason they dispute those charges, you need to make sure that you can have a bank back you up and say, this person provided a service, we're not reversing these charges. So that's the only way to really protect yourself with credit cards. But otherwise, if you don't want to accept credit cards, you don't have to accept credit cards. Take Cash App, take Zelle, take cashier's check, take cash, do whatever
money order.
Whatever you want to make sure you're protected.
Right. So although we are smiling and we are laughing, but we've both been through, mine was a little excruciating because I spent my very last penny. However, we've both been through certain situations whereby we were both scammed. So, Nikki, do you mind telling us your story?
Okay, so exactly like I was telling you, I was targeted by scammers through Wedding Wire. They found me on Wedding Wire, they emailed me, and they it was actually 2 separate emails that came in. One came in, they said they wanted to do a surprise anniversary party for their wife, and then the next one came in and said they wanted to do a 10-year celebration for their wife. So of course I'm thinking, well, this is new, because most of the time my clients are referred. I already know them, I already have seen them. This was new for me. I'm only in my 2nd year of business, so I'm like, oh, okay, how do I deal with this? So I answered them back. I said, okay, what's your budget, when's the date, give me the details. And they gave me the details. They went down, they said what kind of food they wanted, they said the DJ, they said the cake they wanted, they said the color of their theme, stuff that I normally would have to take 2 to 3 emails to get from people. I got all in one email. So obviously these people have, you know, gone through different vendors already and know, like, oh, they're gonna ask me this. So they gave me all that up front. So I'm thinking, oh, wow, okay, they know what they want. Okay, so I went ahead and I said, okay, well, here is my pricing for this service. You can review the contract. If everything looks good, you go ahead and sign it. Then I'll make sure that I can deliver the service, because what they do is they have the event come up soon. So it's like an urgent matter. So you're thinking, oh shoot, I gotta hurry up, I gotta find this venue, I gotta get everything in order. So I immediately went to work thinking, okay, if their event is coming up in August and September, I need to get the move on. I need to get this venue booked, first of all, and then I need to find all these vendors to help them. So I started working, and once I found the venue, I let them know, okay, yeah, I have your venue, so we can go ahead and move forward. Here's my deposit requirement. Here's the venue deposit requirement. I sent them pictures of the venue, everything. Okay, so they agreed. Over less than 2 hours, I get a response, good, yes, okay. So I'm thinking, oh wow, all right. So now I have a deposit for myself, I have a deposit for a venue, and then I'm being asked to pay for a tailor who is supposed to be creating these garments, because I can tell from the person's voice, I've spoken to this person already, that they are of African descent. Okay, so a garment needs to be tailored, sure. Now I have money for this vendor. So now I have $2,000 for this vendor, and I'm going to have to receive this money, then cashier check it out to give it to this person. They've given me the bank account, they've given me their name, they've given me the account number. So I take the money, I bring it to the bank, and the money is now gone. Now, mind you, they did all of this through credit card. So my luck was the merchant that I use for credit card processing was like, this looks sketchy. So they call us and they tell me, oh, you know, we think that this might be a scam. Huh? What? What do you mean? Yeah, this is coming from Nigeria, and the phone number that you're showing us is coming from California, and the name is not sounding African, so we think that this is a scam. Okay, so now what? Okay, we're gonna have to freeze your account 120 days. We think that these charges are going to be disputed, bounce back, and you're going to now be responsible for the $2,500 you just received. What?
So now my question, and you know, when you told me this, I was like, but how do they then benefit from the $2,500
Yes.
or from the, you know, from whatever amount it is that they charge to this card? How do they benefit from that? How do they get the cash back?
So the bank account for the tailor, I'm assuming, is their bank account.
Right. So when you pay the tailor, the money is
It's
going to them.
So now they've used this credit card to go through me to get actual cash to go to them in the bank, and now they've got money that cannot be pulled back because I wrote a cashier's check. I should have wrote a personal check. If I had written a personal check, I would have been protected. But that cashier's check, like they asked for, is what I did. And now that money can't
So let me get this correct. They
specifically said deposit a cashier's check.
Wow. So just when you think you've heard it all, little things like this come and play. Scamming an event planner or a decorator or whomever it is that is actually like struggling to make little dollars, and you're trying to still steal from us. So let me ask you this: when you found out, how did you handle it?
So of course I went into shock. I was like, what? $2,500? Are you kidding me? So I immediately contacted the venue. I said, please do not deposit that check I gave you. This person was scamming me. I'm so very sorry to have wasted your time. Then I had to contact all the other vendors, Lade including
myself.
And I remember lost everything.
I remember speaking to her. I was driving and I'm like, wait, what? I literally pulled over. I'm like, say that again, because when it's easier to say, oh, somebody got into my bank account and they stole my money. It's easier to say that. But when an event planner is saying to you, Lade, I think it's fraud. I was like, Niki, are you okay? Like, that's what I was thinking in my head. Like, what do you mean you think it's fraud? But by the time she was done explaining it, remember, I said to you, why is it that it's the men that are planning this whole anniversary dinner or party or get together? Where are the wives? And you said, oh, it's supposed to be a surprise. One was supposed to be a surprise, and the other, he was in the hospital. The lies they come up with. So, with that said,
that brings me to red flag number 3. If they cannot meet you in person in a reasonable amount of time, like a week, then that's a red flag. They should not be that busy that in a whole week they can't find time to give you 15 to 30 minutes of face-to-face time where you can put your eyes on them and say, all right, you're real, you want to hire me, okay, this is what we can do. So,
and if they're out of state, we can always video chat. There's WhatsApp video chat, there's FaceTime, and even if you don't have the iPhone with FaceTime, they have other things,
all types of apps.
So listen, if you came in person, let's video chat. Let me see who I'm talking to. Let's see what the vibe is. Because even as a planner or a decorator, you need to be able to connect with your client. So I want to feel the vibe. I want to talk to you. I want to see you. Just in case you scam me, I have a face too.
Oh yeah, they have faces too.
So we're laughing, but I promise you, it is not funny because
it took time. Okay,
it's very painful.
It's been at least 2 weeks now, so I've had time to learn from it and be able to look back and laugh now. But I'm still, in the limbo stage because whoever's credit card they have, I don't know, but it hasn't been disputed yet. So I'm still holding on to the rest of this $500, and it's gonna sit there until whoever has that credit card realizes they want their money back. They'll have their $500 at least. I'll have to deal with that $2,000, Lord knows how, but I will deal with that later. So yeah,
hopefully that gets disputed. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Rule of thumb for everyone out there: if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true.
Literally.
Always try to set up your business for the what if possibilities. So this experience has taught me so much. It has opened my eyes to the possibilities of where I can lose in my business. So I have gone back and reevaluated all my procedures and processes and realized, oh, okay, we need to change this, add this, remove this. And
that's the thing about starting a business or just being new to anything. Because I can tell you how many times, Niki, that I've encountered some form of hardship and like dealing with clients and stuff, and I'm like, oh no, this never happened to me again. And I'm like, okay, change this in your contracts,
Every client will teach you something new about your business.
Something
that you have not thought about, and you're like, ooh, you know what? We're gonna make sure that this can't happen again. So that's what happened with me. I have looked at this as a good lesson learned. I'm not going to be making any deals or taking any payments if I have not laid my eyes on this person. And I am not taking credit cards until I have my business account set up. So right now, we're in the beginning stages, you know, so I'm dealing with everything on the personal side. Okay, fine. You're gonna pay me cash, or I'm going to get a personal check or something. Like, we're not gonna do this whole scamming business ever again. Yeah, and just to give you a little background, I actually was mentored by 2 different people. Got my certification through one of them, and then continued learning, you know, templates and all that other stuff from a different one. Neither one of them mentioned, hey, there might be scammers out there. So here's what you do, here's what you don't do.
But Nikki, maybe they had never been through it.
They probably haven't.
Right.
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, so maybe they had never been through it, and maybe this is just a new form of fraud and scamming, and unfortunately you just happen to be a victim. So maybe they had never been through it.
Yeah.
But however, there are lessons that they learned while, you know, getting into the business that you probably would never learn, because they've told you watch out for this and watch out for that, and now this is your lesson to learn.
Yep.
You
and
know,
I pass it on to them. I am a good mentee. I reached out to them and say, hey,
you might want to let people know
this is happening. It's been going on for like 2 years. Crazy, right? Okay, so they're up to notice now. They have their notice. So
right. So now they know.
They can pass that down to their next group of mentees.
Yep. And their next group will also always have some form of lesson that they will have to find out the hard way on their own, because that's how life works.
Yeah.
I might learn from your lessons, but I'm bound to also make my own mistakes. That's just life. Period.
It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes in your business. Don't let it bring you down. That's what I learned. Don't let it destroy your spirit.
Right.
Take it, learn the lesson from it, and push forward.
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So once again, remember, she is an event planner. So do not. Yep. Say the name again so they can hear.
Sheer Joy Affairs.
Right. So be sure to follow her on Instagram. If you have any event coming up, be sure to reach out to her as far as planning, because she is a fabulous, fabulous planner. I love her spirit, and I can't even wait to actually have a wedding. We have a couple of things, we have a couple of things that we're working on. I can't wait to actually have a big wedding that because I love her spirit, and she's very detailed. You need a planner that is very detailed, but that's gonna be a topic for another day. Hopefully I can have you come in and speak when I'm talking about your sister ain't your planner, your mama ain't your planner, and that church member ain't your planner. Unless, of course, they're actually professional planner. Right. So thank you so much, Nikki, for joining us on Lattice Touch. And as you guys already know, I am an event decorator. Any events you have coming up, hit me up. And you know, even if you just want to do certain rentals, be sure to hit me up. But I would like to be the decorator. So if you have any event coming up, be sure to reach out to me. My name on Instagram is Lattice Touch. That's simple, Lattice Touch. My name everywhere, and my phone number is on there. I'm not telling you on here on YouTube because random people start calling me.
No scammers.
And if you need to send me an email, latticetouchdecor@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Till next time, see you. Bye bye.